What's up, guys? I'm Turtle, and this is a look at Need for Speed Payback. And just more specifically, a look at the cars at one of the dealerships. Now, there's several different types of dealerships in this game for the cars you can buy. Off-road is one of them. This is the race car dealership, or the race dealership. And I just kind of stumbled upon it, and I thought I should probably look at some of the different cars you can get. One of the first cars you actually get in the game is this Golf, and I think the other choice you have may be this Mazda. I don't remember what the other choice was. I went with the Golf because it's my putt-putt car, and I'm going to putt around in a Golf car that's funny. If it's not funny, then my jokes are bad and I'm outdated and I'm making dad jokes at this age. I'm probably in trouble. But yeah, so there's a lot of cars. Mazda, Acura, Chevy Camaro SS. And yeah, I wish I could kind of do the 3D look around them and stuff, but there's definitely a lot of cars in this game, and you have to do some of the progress in the story to get them, and then you have to use the money to buy them, and then you have to do the card game thing to get upgrades. And I think there's a lot of time sinking potential in this game if you just want to play around and spend a lot of time upgrading all these cars. Would take forever. You get a lot more. Hold on, let me try that again. You get a lot larger garage in this game than you did in the 2015 Need for Speed. Where that game you had 5 slots when it first came out, and I think it wasn't until later that they added the extra garage space where you had 5 spots you could swap out. So 10 whole cars. But this game I already have 20 slots available from just having 2 of the garages, and I think there's 2 more. So I don't know if it's 10 each garage, but there's a lot more car spaces that you can have, which is nice in a game about collecting cars and spending money, so you don't have to go sell off your cars every time you go get a new Ferrari or something. You don't have to go sell all your Lamborghinis to get all the other, American muscle cars, or to go get all the Japanese style racing cars and drifting cars and stuff. So yeah, there is a lot of cars in this game, and yes, some of them are hidden behind progression locks, which is weird, but I guess they just really want to make you have to play the story too, which isn't that bad. It is pretty decent story-wise. As far as I'm concerned, it gives me that Fast and the Furious fantasy where I feel like I'm one of the guys driving in a crew and doing whatever, car racing, car drifting, car heists. It does fulfill that. Now I'm getting to where you can see some of the lot cars like the Volkswagen, which I'm sure you just have to do a couple things to get. This car I already own. That's actually the car I've been driving around, my other putt-putt golf car. In my other video, if you watch that. But that's why it has 0 prices, because I got it. That's one of the cars you get from the premium, whatever it's called, deluxe edition thing. Like, you get 5 cars with it. You get this one, you get a couple other ones. So they are listed at 0 price because you already own them. Okay, moving on. The price on these kind of escalates a little bit. I can't see a Volkswagen costing $80,000, so I'm not sure if the other ones will sort out by price afterwards. Yeah, it looks like that's a lower price. So it looks like these will go after you do whatever you have to do to unlock them. Unlock through finding and assembling all derelicts. So you have to go find all the broken cars just to get this car. That's amazing. Is it the same for all of these? I think that's the car that I started finding the first derelict for. Wow, the render detail and stuff was taking a little bit there. It was kind of funny to watch it kind of just like pop in the mirrors, and the rest of that just kind of coming in. The details, very funny on that. Stepside pickup, cool. Yes, this game has not only the racing cars, but there is definitely some more heavy-duty off-roading cars and whatever. Kind of like in Burnout Paradise, where you have some cars that are more meant for being heavy and knocking out other cars. The first couple missions, you have a thing where you have one of the drivers you switch to. You get to knock cop cars out of the way so they don't hit the expensive race car that you're stealing. This is like the very first quest, so I hope that doesn't feel like a spoiler to anybody. But the very first quest, you're trying to trying to jack a very expensive car, so you don't want to run it into a bunch of cop cars and mess it up. Now, these cars look, all pretty good to me so far, but the parts of this game that I really more enjoy than just being able to like pick a car and upgrade it is that you can paint it and you can get different fenders and stuff. Now some of that's also hidden behind different trials and stuff, where some of them are like you have to jump so many jump events to unlock a whatever for a pickup truck. You're like, okay, why? It's kind of weird artificial things that I don't know why that's part of the game, but hey, whatever. Unlocking chapter 3 city lights. So some of these cars I'm going to get by just doing the chapters. I think I'm in chapter 1 still, so it's going to be a little while for some of these. But yeah, they look pretty good. I mean, these are looking like a lot of the same cars we had in Need for Speed 2015. I definitely remember the Lotus was in there at some point. Let's see, what's this? Kind of just skipping through these because this is a lot of the same cars I'm recognizing. I think I have a Challenger in my garage, but I think it's a different year. You see the level 190 versus like level 144. So that is all part of the progression that you're gonna have to get through cards, which I think is a weird way to go with a car game, but it's what they chose to do, I guess. We'll see how much people like it and hate it, or if it gets changed at all, because there will probably be some things that are superior when it comes to cars, like getting maximum nitrous oxide, on your racing cars, and getting better landing and better acceleration on stuff. Different cars are going to need different stats, so we'll see how hard it is to actually get some of this stuff later on. Oh, they're finally getting some cars that are over 200. That's nice. BMW. Ah, nice. So yeah, you've got many of the cars that you would expect in this game, but they are definitely hidden behind like having to beat the story, which I think is a shame in a big open world game. I kind of want to just be able to save up the money and buy what I want for my garage, but I guess this is how they're doing it. Gonna have to live with it. I do spend a lot of time in the garage on this game just painting and trying to make stuff look good. I'm not very good at that, but I do like going through and looking at the community's paint jobs, and some of the paint jobs in the community thing are amazing to me. Some of them are pretty plain, and some of them have stupid stickers that don't mean anything to me because I'm not much of a car guy, but then some of them have like anime girls or Pikachu on the front or something. There's always the ones that look like the characters from the Cars movies and stuff that are kind of funny to me. You got your Lightning McQueens and your Mater looking ones with the pickup truck and stuff. So that's gonna be a car I'm probably gonna get right there. The Viper was like one of the fastest cars in the last game, so definitely gonna be looking at that. 124,000, and I gotta get to chapter 5. Okay. There's definitely a lot of cars in here. I wish there was more of a progress bar so I could see how much more I have to go. But this is just the race variants of these cars. And I know I went to one of the other dealers and they showed some of these cars. So you might be able to see some of the off-road cars. But you might have to buy some of them in an off-road variant versus in a race variant or in a drift variant. And it might depend on which vendor you go to, on which one you get. Like there might be a drift vendor, and then there might be a drag vendor, drag race vendor. I don't know what the other vendor is. I'm still not sure. I'm still pretty early in this game. I wish I was a little farther in so I could tell you guys more accurate information, but not quite there yet. But I am trying to give you guys a good, fair look at what's in the game, because I like to see this kind of stuff before I get to play. How many cars are there? How many things are there that I'm going to have to do? How's the handling? I did another video that was showing the handling and stuff, and I like it. It's much like 2015's version. So that was a stream that I did that was really long, and the VOD might make it up on Twitch, or might make it up on YouTube, rather. Oh, the Diablo. The Lamborghinis are always really fun to drive in Need for Speed games. I've always liked driving those. They are great. They have quite the selection of them. So next one, the Aventador. Yeah, there we go. That was like my favorite car in the 2015 version. I don't know why it was better than the other ones. Maybe just because it costs more and I like the spending more money on it. We're getting near the end of this list finally. Wow. There we go. McLaren. That's always popular in the Forza games. There, it's always like on their cover. It seems like McLaren's always on there. I don't think it handled the best in the last Need for Speed game, but we'll see. I might get it this game just because I have a bigger garage. I can actually, you know, have space for all these other cars, the exotics and the crazy Batman car. Look at that thing. Woo! It costs a lot more than the last game. The last game, I think this thing only cost $214,000. Whoo! It's it comes with probably more horsepower than a lot of these other things, though. So that's nice. What are these? I don't know what this is. It looks kind of like the McLaren or something, or the Aventador. Kind of like a... What is this, though? I don't know. I'm not a car guy, guys. I'm sorry if I say the wrong names or say stuff that's dumb about cars, because I'm really not much of a car guy. I like arcadey car stuff, but I'm not much into real cars. Just not. Never have been. This is the James Bond car, right? I say that after I say I'm probably going to say dumb stuff about cars. Yes. Those are very cool looking cars. Looks like I'm going to have to beat Chapter 5 to get to some of these. And some of them cost almost $1 million, which makes sense. Because, I mean, this car only costing $200,000 in the other game was, like, not realistic because you'd buy it and then you'd have to go buy all the parts for it. And then it was like you really spent about $1 million, but it just had this weird low-end sticker price and then followed up by all the different bumpers and tires and rims you could buy for it. You could spend a lot of money on that car. Maybe not that car, but other cars you could spend a lot of money on the different fenders and the different spoiler on the back and stuff. So it's weird that they've changed the price so much, but maybe it's more realistic price what you would spend on this for how much horsepower and whatnot. Anyways, that's a good look at all the cars in this dealership. This is the one. Let me leave the dealership. Yes. This is the one on the map, if it loads really quickly. Up here, did I leave it? Am I still at the dealership? Yes. So this is the one up here in the north central area. There was another dealership, I want to say over here somewhere. I don't know where it was, though. I need all. Is it this one? No. This one? No, that's a garage. Where's the dealership over here? Is it this one? It's a tune-up shop. And where's the other one at? This one? Aha, the off-road dealership. That's where it was. So there's the off-road one. I'm not sure where the other ones are yet. This is the... There's a gas station, but this is the... Stop it! The race dealership up here. So you can fast travel to it once you've been to it, I believe. I have not found the other one. What does the dealership thing look like? A hand? Handshake? Looking, I don't see the other ones. There's one. That's the drag race car dealership. And I'm not sure what all will be in the different ones. There's a drift dealership. And that is a runner dealership. I don't know what the difference in the runners and the racers are, but more on that later, guys. You're definitely going to want to go check out like the off-road one at some point, because you are going to need more off-road cars. Because this game does have a lot of off-road and jump kind of things that you have to do, wherever I can find one. There's a jump one. So there's a lot of things to do. Now this map, if you're looking at it, doesn't look like it has much because I am not very far in the story. I'm only in the first chapter, I think. So I'm not even done with the first chapter. I think this is the last part of the first chapter. If I finish that, I think I go to the second chapter. Not sure yet. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys the cars. I hope you guys appreciate this quick video. I know my videos like tend to run on and on and on because I ramble, but I'm just trying to show you guys a good amount of what's in here. Anyways, if you guys watch this on my YouTube channel, please like, comment, subscribe, all the social things. Help me out every little bit that you do. I appreciate it, and it helps me to get my channel to grow larger so I can make more videos like this to help you guys decide whether or not you want to play a game or buy a game or try a game, if it's worth your time or money. I'm just trying to help you guys out because I like these kind of videos for myself. I like to check out, do a little bit of research just before I buy something that costs 80 bucks, before it costs 60 bucks, you know. Free to play games as they are more popular this time. It's easy to just kind of go sample this out yourself. But the game like this is a premium price, AAA games. You kind of want to know, is it really the same as the last game? Is it slightly better? I think, this kind of stuff helps out. If I was going to have to say anything else about this, if you like Need for Speed games in the past, this one is another Need for Speed game. It does have the arcadey feeling, does have the arcadey driving, plays out a lot like 2015 Need for Speed. It's not Underground 2 or anything like that. It's not the Underground 2 remaster that the people are just screaming for. But it is a lot of fun, and I see it as a game I can casually come to unwind after playing other stressful or more tiring, extreme, intense something or other games. This is my chill, fun, defrag and listen to music kind of game. And if that's something you're looking for, I would suggest this is something you might try out. So, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.